Hey, Fitting Guy here. Welcome back to another episode of Project Swift. It's been a long time since I've been out here where I could work on the thing. The entire winter went by without me doing a darn thing on this car. And frankly, I guess at my age, I just didn't want to come out in the garage and freeze and handle cold tools and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a heater at the other end of the garage. I don't know, you can't see it from here, but it's about 40 feet that way, unfortunately. So it takes a long time for the heat to get to the front of the garage, which is the cold end, which is where the car is. So anyway, it's about time I got back to work on it. I can tell you that there was a funding issue as well, that I needed to get rid of a few toys. Right now my motorcycle is for sale. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, if I can come this far. And there it is behind me. That just went up on Craigslist today. And hey, I'm back now. Anyway, that went up on Craigslist. So when that thing goes, then I can really finish this car. I don't know how much racing or track time I'll get this year, but my goal originally was to be done by 2020 anyway. So back in the fall, somewhere around November, I want to say I bought a trailer, which is still down in Oklahoma. I made a deal with the guy, I'll give you what you want for it, but I don't want to pick it up until next spring. Well, spring's almost over and I haven't gone down to get the thing, but at any rate, the only real thing that other than getting the trailer, and it's this guy, this is a farmer who built this trailer. It's a home built, made for a Swift. The axle is set back so you push the car straight on the way it should be. But it's going to take a little work to make it presentable. But it is a classic club racer trailer. Once a club racer, always a club racer. And so anyway, I'm going to be picking that up hopefully in the next 30 days sometime. Bring it back here. That'll be another project to clean it up and make it presentable. It's got some steer horns on the front of it. I don't think that works in St. Louis. But anyway, aside from getting a trailer, I've lost 35 pounds. I got on a diet last fall just because when I drove this car back in about a year ago when I first got it, seat didn't fit right, and so we kind of had to cobble together a seat because I was bigger than the last guy, and I was flopping around in the thing pretty good, and it wasn't very comfortable to drive. So I just wanted to drop some weight. I feel a whole lot better. I've got a lot more energy, and that's a good thing. Hopefully now I can get fitted for a driver's suit and hopefully be back out on the track soon. So today, I guess where we left off last time, I was getting ready to do some body work. And the body work is something that I don't like doing. I've said that before. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. So that's just part of what I'm going to have to do is figure out how to do it. And I've come up with the perfect technique. It's a widely used technique where you take an ordinary bank check and you rub it all over the car. I'm going to buy body work, folks. That's the way to do it. Anyway, I can't do body work in here. If you look in the back, hey, I really don't like doing body work, so I'm going to end up buying some body work. There's a guy, Crow Composites, that has molds for the Swift, and I'm going to get all new panels. I think that's the simplest way to do it. And the bottom line is I can't do body work in here because if you look behind me and all those racks and bins are the Phoenix fittings, and I can't be sanding in here and having dust all over that stuff. It's hard enough to keep those bins clean and keep my packaging clean. There's no way I can do body work in here. And I frankly don't have anywhere else to take it. So I'm going to strip this off. I'm going to de-identify this and get all the stickers off, put it out on Apex Speed, see if I can get somebody who might be interested in it. One way or another, got to get rid of it. And when the motorcycle goes, I will be ready to purchase the body work. In the meantime, I'm going to keep stripping the thing down, get down to the last nut and bolt, down to the bare frame, and start checking things and start putting it back together. So far, everything I've taken off this car, you could turn around and clean it up and put it right back on. This is really, so far, it looks like it's a cleanup job. Closer inspection, as each piece goes back on, I may discover that some things need to be replaced. But right now, the rod ends look very strong. Spherical bearings look strong. I didn't notice any cracks in anything that came off, so I think it's going to be good. I got to grab my heat gun real quick. And gonna just start de-identifying it, which is really exciting. I'm sure you're glad you tuned in today. But after many months, it's finally good to be back at it again. Ooh. Heat. Yeah, sitting here with my heat gun. And I'm going to take the flames off this car. I don't think I'll be putting flames back on the car. No more flames. All right, got rid of some of the stickers here. Cleaning things up a little bit. Still got a few more to go. And you got your pile of dead stickers down there. Okay. Time for the big moment of removing the bell housing. I've taken out the bell housing bolts, all but one, I think. So this is either going to be a big moment or I'm going to get like embarrassed or something because I forgot 6 bolts that I didn't know were there. So either that or I'm going to undo this bolt and this thing's going to fall off and break, and that'll cost me about $4,000. Aha. Either this thing was loose or I already loosened it and forgot that I loosened it. Oh yeah, that baby's definitely loose. I think my starter deal sort of fell out there. You know, so far on this car, I've yet to discover the pain in the ass bolt, the one that is just impossible to get out. I heard a couple spacers hit the floor, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. One each bell housing. And wouldn't you know it, there is a loose K-nut sitting in there. What do you suppose that came from? Hope it didn't come from anything important. The flywheel teeth don't look so bad. Wouldn't be able to tell you about the clutch. I assume the old clutch is fine. Might have to look into the replacement plate there. But that would cost money, and you know, we're an underfunded team as it is. Yeah, that little bearing there probably needs servicing, but I'd sure like to know where this K-nut came from. No idea. All right, well, one bell housing removed. Car's getting smaller every day.
And good morning. Got a new addition here to the shop. Ran out of friends that have cherry pickers and couldn't find one in the neighborhood, so went out and bought one. And today, I hope to be yanking the motor out of this thing once and for all. Project has been moving very slowly, unfortunately, just with all kinds of things going on. Life sometimes gets in the way of things like this, but anyway, we're close. Just have a few more ancillaries to discombobble there, and I can't believe I just said that, but I can edit it out. Don't be able to yank that thing, so stand by for yankage. Just before 8 o'clock in the morning, and I need to get an early start on this. I haven't even bothered to take a shower today. It's going to be hot as blazes today, so I want to try and get this motor out of here and into the cradle. We have an engine cradle here at Project Swift. In fact, a lot of people, as you look around the garage, would think this is a Formula One team, but no, it's just an average guy. Anyway, I'm going to get organized and see if I can get this motor hanging from this thing and into the cradle so I can get it out of the way and get to finish stripping this frame, because we've got to turn around and go the other way rapidly.
In Wall Street, Manhattan, which, by the way, is an Irish bar run by real Irish people.
Yeah, full accent, full everything.
You name it.
I had the chopped Cobb salad, which I didn't realize this, but apparently Scott Tucker taught me this. You can have any salad you want at most restaurants chopped up for you, which I kind of like anyway. So that's going to be my new thing. Thanks, Scott Tucker.
I had the chicken sandwich Which, by the way, Scott was a big enough fan to know it that he knew that's what.
And, you know, Stone wasn't, you know, he wasn't a profile name. So, you know, I took it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah.
So, to answer your question, do I have a knack for that? I guess the real answer is,
What's the one that you were like, that's the best thing I've ever gotten?
that's a
the
great
one
question.
is just
That is
perfect.
a great question. Believe it or not, it was probably one of my 430. You know, and the great thing about that is that even though
This
we're
is just like, this is the old AR.
yeah, and I mean we 2 or 3 years. I mean it was on.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was great. I mean we had a fierce
Was
competition.
he kind of like the rival you looked to?
Oh,
'cause he's
yeah.
also a gentleman guy.
And I did have a
And
run
that
on
is how we do that.
the open. I could have made the pass. It was sitting there, and I just didn't go wide enough. And the car spun off. I just didn't go out. I just didn't.
Okay, after several more hours of thrashing, I was able to strip the frame all the way down to the bare chassis. Everything's taken off. I removed the bulkheads, the front one, and I removed the under tray. And I sent it out to have it sandblasted or media blasted to a good source. The guy was pretty fair on his pricing, cleaned it up nicely. And then I took it to a welder to have some of the holes in the frame, because there were many, filled in. There was some controversy about that, but you'll hear more about that later. Stay tuned for part 6.